Hey friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm making a little art journal slash junk journal. I have so many Maggie Holmes papers and scraps. So I'm going through my Maggie Holmes scrap bin and picking out papers to put in this junk journal. I just have way too many and it's overwhelming me and I hate it. I mean, I'm thankful for all the papers, but I think at some points in my life I have gone crazy with buying Maggie Holmes papers and I need to settle it down. So I'm taking this one that's a double-sided paper that was a full sheet, and that I'm going to use as the front and back cover. And then the rest I'm going to go through and I'm going to put aside the small pieces and then cut down the bigger pieces. That's what you'll see me doing now. Yeah, so just going through them, no rhyme or reason, and cutting them down to sizes that will work for this and using my bone folder to like solidify the crease. So there's literally nothing special to this, just cutting down the papers to whatever size will work, and I'm going to put them all together. I've been really inspired by Adele Toomey, and she has journals like this and others, but she would use less scrapbooking papers and more just like random papers like pamphlets and book pages and stuff like that. But I just have so much of this stuff, I need to get it out of my stash or it'll drive me crazy. So yeah, I have a lot of small scraps that I should probably just get rid of because they're kind of pointless and it'll be hard for me to ever use them anyway. So I don't even know why I keep some of them, but I do. And I don't really care if the patterns are facing the wrong way or if it looks funny. This journal is going to be a lot for experimenting. So it's not necessarily going to be for pictures, or it's not necessarily going to be for art journal pages. It's just going to be a mix of things. Like I said, experimenting with different techniques and ways of doing things. And yeah, so it won't be anything specific, any one thing. I think it'll just be if I want to get messy, or have fun or whatever, just do something, but not any one thing, and just experiment. Or I have a new idea, but I don't know if it'll work. Then I can do it in this journal. And then I don't really feel like I'm wasting much because it's just using up scraps that would probably take forever for me to use up anyway. So I think this will be really fun to use. At the end of this video, I'm going to go in real time and show you the completed journal, because I do add in a few more pages at the end that you don't see on camera. And my mom sews down the middle, and it's not the greatest sewing job because it was so thick with papers, but I don't care. Like I've said, this is just for kind of fun, and yeah. Yeah, and I put Rachel's art journal as the title of my little book, which you'll see, and I'll show you through that and all the papers that I added in it. So you can be on the lookout for more videos of these to come. And I'm excited to work in it. I think it'll be really fun. I realize that it's like very chunky, so I hope that won't be an issue. I'm wondering if next time I should use my cinch tool. I'm thinking next time, hopefully I'll get this through this journal quickly. Maybe next time then I'll use that. Maybe that'll be easier. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't really done any art journal using the cinch, so might be easier to do with that. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So I do have a couple of artsy type journals going, which, is not great because I'd rather just have like a bunch of finished ones, you know what I mean, instead of a bunch of like half finished ones. So yeah, but I do work on them often. It's not like I make it and then I never look back on it. So that's a good thing about it. I'm just kind of going through the papers and making sure they're in an order that I like, and I trim some of the sides, but then in the end I trim too much and it's uneven, but at this point I don't really care. I probably should have just left it in the beginning because like I said, it's a junk journal, so it doesn't really matter anyway. but that's okay. And I'm going to wrap some twine around the spine to hold it for now until my mom sews it. I don't know if I show that part, but just, you know, for you, if you want to make something like this, that's also another alternative if you don't have a sewing machine or anything, but still want to do something like this. It's not as secure, but it definitely does the trick. I found this vellum in my stash that I'm going to put in, and then these were some scrap papers I found in my stash that I thought would be great to use. So I put these in as well. And I think maybe one day I'm just going to go through my scrap bin and get rid of the really tiny pieces that I probably won't end up using and that just drive me crazy in my stash. I don't know. If it's been sitting there for a couple years, that's a couple years too many. I found another vellum that I'm going to put in and just do the final touches. And yeah, I think it turns out pretty cute. So if you want to see some videos of what I'm going to do in this, let me know. Yeah, just I'm going to experiment with different types of mediums and different, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I have lots of art journals on the go and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Okay, so there's the tea-dyed pages. I wasn't sure if I recorded this part, but I found those in my drawer. So I was like, this is perfect. I'm going to use this in the journal. And so that's what I do. I just stumbled upon it and thought, hey, this will be perfect. And I just want to make sure that there's a good combination of larger and smaller pieces and there's not too many large beside each other or too many small beside each other, and good amount of patterns. It doesn't matter which patterns, but not too many white pages beside each other. And just make sure that I like the way it goes. I also put a little baggie in there too as well. Anyway, so I'm going to go to real time in a few seconds and I will show you through the completed book ready to be journaled in. So thanks for watching. Bye. Hey guys, so I have finished my base of my art journal or my junk journal. It's really, like I said, a junk journal. So it's a little uneven on the sides. The papers are all different sizes, but that doesn't really matter to me. It's just gonna be a place where I can experiment and stuff. So here's the front. This is a Paige Evans thickers as well as this one, and this was just from my stash, and that was a bow from a Maggie Holmes chipboard. And now I actually used Mod Podge to make sure these were on good and stable. So as you saw, I used a lot of scrapbook papers. This is a tea-dyed paper. Some are double-sided, some are one-sided. Here's a card that's really pretty. Yeah, so I'm just going to quickly flip through it. There's some vellum, some book pages of different sizes. I really wasn't too picky about it. Here's some more vellum. I just wanted to use up some of these papers, and I think it'll be a really good place to experiment. And my mom sewed down the middle, and it wasn't very, like, a great stitch just because it was really thick, but I don't care, like, that doesn't bother me. I have a little bag here. This is some painting I did a long time ago. So, yeah, I'm really excited to get started in it. I think it's going to be really chunky, which I usually like, but I think this will be, like, overly chunky. But that's okay. I'll work with it, and I think it'll be fine. I can even, like, glue pages together and stuff. Like, for example, like, make that into a pocket or something. So this will just be a place for me to have fun, and we'll see how it goes and where it takes me, and I hope you will watch me on this art journal journey. Thanks guys, bye.